Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. My name is Dave Jusko. I'm here with Mike Suarez, and we bring this little ditty to you every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time so we can show you just how great the Comedy Cellar is. And, normally we have Comedy Cellar guests, but we just haven't had one in a while because, we have stuff to do. Mike and I, we have stuff going on. We just don't have time for nonsense. But, there'll be more guests to come, and then we'll really, truly see how great the Comedy Cellar is. And it won't just always be Nick Griffin, who is great. But, yes, so if you were to come down to the West Village tonight in Lower Manhattan, you would be able to see Greer Barnes and our good friend Mike Vecchione. And if you don't know anything about Greer Barnes, well, he is something else. It's one of those guys where you're like, oh, please, that guy's been around for years. But then when you see him perform, you're like, God damn it, I forgot how talented he was. And Mike Vecchione is just the absolute best. If you're in Vegas tonight, you can actually see Jackie Fabulous and Nate McIntosh. They're all in our Vegas room tonight. I think Mark Coco Cohn's taking a little break, but still, Comedy Cellar Vegas, Comedy Cellar New York City. There's like 9 shows a night every day of the week, and it is the best comedy club in town. I mean, to prove it to you, all I would need to do is a little remote camera, bring this mic downstairs, and you see the line around the block, and it's only 6 o'clock. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
That's right. I'm not wrong. In fact, one day we should probably set up a little live remote, which I could probably do with my phone, and then you'll see for yourself. I don't know why I never thought about that before. Oh, thank you. Yes, it is new, Marcy. It's a little new. I mean, I think I used it during Christmas time, but that's about it. It's very kind of you to say. And by the way, my sister, I think, got me some new shoes. I don't have them on now, but they were supposedly delivered tomorrow. Ones I'm talking about because I've been getting wet. I don't have any shoes that keep me dry. So that and underwear, same issue. No, I'm kidding. But I don't know why I don't have a girlfriend. But no, I got to get shoes that Thursday, as I was teaching my class. What? It was raining as usual. I'm walking all around campus and just, with a wet left foot. Or this time it was my right. The last shoes I wore, which I thought were good, were my left shoes. There's nothing worse than walking around all day with a wet sock. If you listen to, sorry, Just Go in the City, I play multiple times the clip from Forrest Gump's. Yeah, Forrest Gump. Thank you, Aaron H. You're absolutely right. I know I got to get the jacket with the elbow patches. I play multiple clips from Forrest Gump where he says, listen, all you need, it's pretty simple out here. Just make sure wherever we stop, you change your socks. The most important thing you can do is have dry socks. And that is so true. There's nothing more depressing than having a wet sock. I remember 2 weeks ago, I came home and I wouldn't even take off my shoes at my mom's house or something. It was raining all day because I don't want to put it on again and it's going to be wet. I'd rather just live with the wet. And then when you get home, just be like, I got to find another plan. I think I have snow boots, but I don't know whether those are technically waterproof. If anybody knows, they're like, girl Ugg boots, but they're very comfortable and they keep my feet warm, which is nice. Who's in the chat room? Everybody?
Yep. Anonymous. Right now, your Aunt Judy's not feeling so great.
What's the matter?
Let's see.
Just get high or drink. I mean, come on.
Drink.
Oh,
right now.
Still in pain. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Aunt Judy.
So, no Jack tonight.
Oh,
but you got a vanilla shake.
What? Stopped at Dunkin' and got a. Oh, that sounds even better. You can pour Jack Daniels into that too. A lot of people do that. I think they call it a mudslide.
Thought on Aunt Judy.
Not for, yeah, that's right. Well, anyway, it's nice to see everybody. Is Catalina here?
Not yet.
Not yet. Anonymous, nice to see you. Yeah, vanilla milkshake. But what I realized, hello, Angela. Yep, wet socks ruin everything. That's the name of my book that I made a couple years ago. But how about a Nick wax spray and waterproof everything? I don't think that's going to help. I think that my shoes just take a major beating walking around in this city that people just don't seem to get when they make shoes. They can do hiking, they can do ruggedness, but there's something about this dumb city and the amount of walking you do on a daily basis, especially I wear dress shoes all the time and I'm walking around in those. So yeah, I can't wear big old Timberlands to work. And meanwhile, I had a pair of Timberlands a long time ago and they started leaking 6 months in. So they all stink. Now, I know that the big news everybody's talking about is the breakup of Panic at the Disco. Now, we're here to make sure that everybody's going to be okay and life is going to go on and just try and relax. It is. Anonymous says Clueless is at the drive-in in Brooklyn on Saturday at 6. I've been to that drive-in in Brooklyn. It's a real fun time. I didn't think they did it during the winter time. I saw Trading Places there last summer or during COVID, I guess. That's the same drive-in where they did Colin's special, Mike, the HBO special with during COVID that all our friends were in.
Oh wow.
Bonnie and Marina and Rachel. And yeah, it's a great parking lot. I've shown pictures, I think maybe even on this show, of how you can see the whole skyline of Manhattan from it. It's hard to concentrate on the movie because the skyline's so beautiful, but a real fun place to see a movie in Brooklyn. And I can't believe they're playing Clueless this week. That's interesting. But also, they announced the Oscars today, this morning.
Ooh.
I'd forgotten about them. Well, they moved it back to March. Remember, for years, they were always in March. It was always the end of March. And now they moved it to February. Now they moved it back to March. I think this has something to do with COVID. And so we got plenty of time to see the movies. Now, I will say that the same people that this everything everywhere all at once, which I am just tepid about, kind of won nobody ever. Anonymous, it's not like the old days. Nobody's heard of any of the movies. But there's everywhere, whatever, that I am okay with. And I saw won everything at the Golden Globes. Remember, we talked about Short Round last week. So he got actually nominated for an Oscar, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
So it's this Brandon Gleeson for the Banshees of Inisherin, whatever that is. But my friend Vincent said that movie's awesome.
Okay.
Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway. Nobody knows what that is. Judd Hirsch for The Fablemans. Come on. We want Alex Rieger to win. He better win. He better win. I got to have him win. Barry Keoghan for the Banshees of Inisherin, so they'll cancel each other out. And then Short Round for Everything Everywhere. Now, he could win, but I need Judd Hirsch to win. I just watched Serpico for the first time Saturday night. And guess who's in it?
I mean, a lot of people.
Judd Hirsch.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know it either. He has a small part. He plays a police officer, and we don't know whether he's corrupt or not. But yeah, Judd Hirsch is in it.
Way better than his part in Sharknado 2.
Judd Hirsch was in Sharknado 2?
Yeah. You know what he plays?
No.
A taxi driver.
Oh, that's kind of funny. The thing about Judd Hirsch and people like that, like Ted Danson, when you're in a successful series like that, and back in the day, it was very hard to transition into a movie star or anything else. And he's been in plenty of movies, and it's really kind of cool. And he was in Independence Day and everything. So I love that he's nominated. Makes me real happy. Everybody loves Judd Hirsch. Everybody likes Taxi. Best actor, that idiot from Elvis, who is not an actor at all. He just talks like Elvis. Like everybody. Very upset about Priscilla. What was it? What's her name? The one who died?
Priscilla?
No. Priscilla's the mom. What's the one who just died? Elvis's daughter just died.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, right? I know. I can't think of her name. It's awful. She's not in our mind. I just want to thank the Academy. Everybody,
Lisa Marie.
Lisa Marie Presley. I'd like to thank her. I can't believe she's gone. I couldn't have done this without her. And I'd like to say, Judd Hirsch, shove it, because this is really good. I can't believe it. Yeah, no, that movie sucked, Anonymous. The movie was bad. I mean, he was good, but if he really talks like that, how is that acting? If he's just going to talk, I really enjoyed this part. It was really something else. I got to tell you, I'd like to thank Bill Cosby for showing me the way. And this was good. Yeah, they didn't nominate Tom Hanks. I guess everybody's kind of sick and tired of it. But the person who's going to win, Brandon Fraser for The Whale, everyone's talking about that. He's probably going to win. That seems like a sure thing. If he doesn't win, that would be a major upset. I mean, they've been talking about this guy for months, and everybody who's seen the movie says he is that great. So again, if you give it to this Elvis guy like you did at the Golden Globes, of course, Elizabeth. Oh, you didn't like The Whale Anonymous? You saw it? I'm kind of looking forward to seeing a lot of these movies. I want to see that one. That should be interesting. Bill Nye. That guy's still around, huh?
Wow.
And then Best Actress, Kate Blanchett, as usual, for this movie called Tar that everybody's talking about. I don't know it.
I
But
didn't see it
people,
either.
Anna de Armas, who's so pretty, but she is not deserving of this for Blonde. I saw that movie. I couldn't sit through 20 minutes of it. It was all about Marilyn Monroe, but I like her. And then Andrea Riceborough, Michelle Williams, who I can't stand, and Michelle Yeoh, who will win because she deserves it. What?
I think so as well.
Yeah, she's great. She's been around a long time and she's really, really good, and she's going to win. Angela Bassett got nominated for Wakanda Forever. Oh, they said that's the first Marvel character to ever be nominated. So that's exciting. What? What's so funny?
I just can't see any other character being nominated from those.
Well, what about Ant-Man?
Yeah, the Ant was pretty good.
I don't recognize any of these people, but then Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere. Well, that'd be. Oh, and I guess the girl that plays the daughter. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing Jamie Lee Curtis win something. I mean, she's kind of due for a little Lifetime Achievement Award action, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Agreed.
What?
Agreed.
Yeah, definitely. Who wouldn't stand for that? I could be okay with that. You know, they're all going to stand if she wins. She's going to get a standing ovation, and well deserved. You can somehow get yourself out of a Halloween franchise. I'm not talking about now because now she does it for who gives a shit. But I'm talking about if you could make 2 Halloween movies in the 70s, those kind of movies, and then become a movie star, you win. You know, like Kevin Bacon. I mean, that's really impressive. So I like that. And here's the best pictures. All Quiet in the Western Front. Who needs to see that again? No one.
Nope.
Avatar. Ugh. I do not want to sit through that again. I mean, I didn't see the second one and I couldn't care less.
Yeah, same.
This Banshees thing, Elvis, Everything Everywhere, The Fablemans, Tar, Top Gun, Maverick, but no nomination for Tom Cruise as usual.
Yeah.
Triangle of Sadness and Woman Talking. Oh my God, that's got to be awful.
Triangle of Sadness. That's what I call my apartment.
It's so weird when you haven't heard of any of these stupid movies. Best Adapted Screenplay, Top Gun. Come on. What's happening? So Spielberg was nominated, and then I don't recognize any of the other directors. Todd Field, though. I think I know him. He's done something we know. But what happened to the movies? It used to be fun. Now nobody cares. There was something that I saw that was nominated for, The Batman for Best Visual Effects.
I can see that.
Yeah, well, Avatar will probably win everything.
For that stuff, yeah.
Boy, this is stupid. You know, the Oscars used to be so much fun. Meanwhile, of course, we'll have our picks. We'll obviously have Scotty on. It'll be fun if we could do it here in the studio live.
Hopefully, yeah.
That would be great. Scotty's so funny. Of course, the Scotty Gorenstein, the creator of Liza Outlives. And the girl in Triangle of Sadness died before the movie. Jesus Christ. Well, that is what? Really? A week later? Don't you hate that? That's like that guy from Network. Then she's probably going to win if she's nominated. Tom Cruise got a nom for producing that Top Gun film. Oh, he did? Oh, I see what you're saying because it's Best Picture. Yeah, well, they seem to be very jealous of him still being a movie star. I just want to show you some stuff that's in the news today. Here's some freaky shit. Mike, if you show picture number 1, this guy, Dan Swaggart is his name, and he is scamming on this girl. This guy on the left is 26, and he is dating this girl on the right. Now, she has a reality show. Her name is Shauna Ray, and she's actually 23. Unfortunately, she obviously looks 8.
Yeah.
So it's freaking the hell out of people out. There's technically no reason he shouldn't be doing this because she is 23, and he's only 3 years older. But if that's not the creepiest thing that they're dating, it's really weird, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't want it to be weird because this poor girl deserves love, but it's just, we're not.
Yeah, it feels weird.
And she became that way because I think she had radiation treatment with brain cancer. I know, anonymous, because she had brain cancer as a child, and it's really no, she is Aunt Judy. I swear. There's a reality show about her, and I feel bad for her. Well, she might have boobs. Maybe we're just not seeing the right pictures. Anyway, take that off. It's creeping everybody out. It's we're gonna get taken off YouTube just for showing it. Oh, so that guy is Damar Hamlin, from the Bills. All through the game, the Bills, Bengals, right, Marcy? They're showing this guy. You can't see anything he's saying. It's because it's snowing. So they keep cutting to him, but you can't see anything. So people say it wasn't him and it was a double because there's always going to be a conspiracy theory all the time. It's insane. People are saying it wasn't really him. Why wouldn't it be him? Why wouldn't he be there? What is the matter with you people? Meanwhile, that game sucked in the sense of it was just stupid, and the Bengals took care of business, which I like because everybody, I'm telling you, they got screwed in that game, and it's great. It's great that the Bills, the NFL messed everything up. I've talked about this for 3 weeks, and the Bengals, all they were hearing was like, why aren't we could have been the number 1 seed. We should be playing at home. You guys forgot about us. So now you can go fuck yourselves. We played like we deserve it. And they're probably going to beat Kansas City with a injured Pat Mahomes. Probably go back-to-back Super Bowls, which is damn impressive. The only thing is you don't want to be like the Buffalo Bills. You got to win one of those. So that's the key. And it would be weird if the Bengals play the 49ers since they've done that twice already, I believe, right? Is that right? With one with Boomer and the other one earlier on. I don't know who the quarterback was, but Chris Collinsworth and everything. Yeah. And I feel like it's both times they played the 49ers. And as we know, one of those games, and I don't know whether it was the Boomer one or not, I think it was the first one. Everybody knows that they call it the John Candy game. Because I don't know, maybe it was like the Bengals were winning 23-20, and Joe Joe Montana was so cool, so just cool. He just goes, "Hey," when he's in the huddle, "I just saw John Candy in the stands. How cool is that?" And then he threw a touchdown to win the game, the Super Bowl, not just the game, the Super Bowl. I love that story. This is happening at Disney World today in picture number 3. They're getting rid of Splash Mountain. So a whole bunch of people went on it the last time. Yeah. Now, the question is, why would they get rid of Splash Mountain? Everybody loves Splash Mountain.
Well, they're not getting rid of Splash Mountain. They're replacing the animatronics.
That's right. Why?
Because they're from Song of the South.
Right. Now everybody's angry at everything. So now it even affects Disney World where they're so angry. Like anybody remembers the movie Song of the South that they got to get rid of it. And with that great song, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Well, you can see how racist that song is. I get it, but I get it. It's very racist, actually. But they're replacing it with something that's even worse, which is Tiana Bayou Adventure, which is a Louisiana, right, Princess Tiana. But isn't that a princess and a frog? Well, I'm against that. There should not be interspecies stuff going on at Disney World. I'm going to make a case that's a horrible plan. It's as bad as Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which they also took off.
Yeah, that one upset me.
That was my favorite ride for some reason. It was stupid, and it was just one of those rides that nobody was ever on, so you could always ride it like 100 times.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and 81 was when they were against the 49ers.
81 and then 88? 87?
88.
88. Boomer was 88, right? 81. So this could completely happen, and it probably will. 49ers Bengals part 3.
I mean, they back to this thing. They do update the rides every now and again. Like they got rid of the submarine ride, made it a Little Nemo ride.
Oh, they did. Oh, I know. Well, I know one they got rid of. I know they got rid of If You Had Wings, the Eastern Airlines ride.
Yeah.
And they made that a Buzz Lightyear one is actually even better.
Yeah.
But everybody loved that one because that was a free ride back in the 70s. You know, every ride used to cost like certain like letter tickets.
Yeah, e-ticket.
Right, e-tickets.
Term comes from.
But the If You Had Wings was a free ride, and it was pretty good. And it was just a promotion for Eastern Airlines. I don't know what happened to them. They suck. They're as bad. They're the
because they're
Southwest of their day.
Their old mascot was Uncle Remus.
Exactly. So that hence the problem.
Splash Mountain is a great ride, and it has one of the best sets of animatronics on there.
I don't think I was ever on it because I just don't like those kind of rides.
Oh, yeah, you do get wet at the end. That's true.
Yeah, but only once, right?
At the very end. That's
At the very end. I don't know. Maybe I guess I should have tried it once.
a log flume ride. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess I tried it at Great Adventure, but not in Disney World.
Yeah.
I don't like getting wet. What did I just say? Then you got to walk around wet all the time. It's just Orlando. It's not Fort Lauderdale. Sometimes it's very cold. We'd always go in the wintertime. Why would we go on Splash Mountain in the wintertime? I think that's why we didn't go. And maybe it wasn't even running then.
Yeah, they do close it sometimes.
I guess they run it all year round because people were just doing it the other day because it was closing. They had like a 4-hour line because everybody wanted to ride it for the last time.
Yeah.
Those are all the racist people. I like that it's racist. I want to try it one more time. I guess that's what they were saying.
No, I mean, when you're on the ride, there's no racist imagery. It's just the animals.
Exactly. I know.
But I think someone did a video of going through the ride. There's a few of them there on YouTube. So if you never went on it, you can watch it from a first person view.
I would like to see. Actually, I guess I need to see that. Now that rabbit, I believe, is called Brer Rabbit.
Correct. Yeah, everyone's Brer and then the animal.
Brer. And now is that racist? What does Brer mean?
I do not know.
It means black rabbit.
No, it does.
I think that's the end of the photos there, right?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, right. No, put that on.
Oh, okay.
Let's do that. That is last week's standings. That's where once again Mike is 10-0 in his picks. 10-0. He's never gotten one wrong. Nick is horrible, and I finally caught up to him. Now we're tied. I did okay. I just missed that Giants pick. Damn it. I was so close to also going undefeated. You guys, well, we got the Bengals right for Marcy, and San Francisco pulled it out in the end. Look at Anonymous loves you, Mike. Kansas City, for me, that was an easy no cover. I still can't believe the Giants. I still can't believe they just got blown out. I mean, I don't care, but that was just so strange, and everything else went according to plan. So let's go with this week's picks. As long as we're here, this should take 30 seconds. There's only 2 games, but who doesn't love the championship games? Championship Sunday is lots of fun. 2 extremely important games to see who goes to the Super Bowl. Exciting.
Yep.
Well, I will tell you that even if you don't have it up, I know who's playing. If I have to pick between Kansas City and what the fuck is this?
Exited full screen, sorry.
And now everybody sees what's going on behind the scenes.
No.
I'm kidding. Well, sometimes that's good. Then I can see everybody's comments.
Sorry, the window closed. I gotta reopen it.
No problem. Well, all right. I guess, does anybody, what's weird? Every year for the past, 50 years, I've always, had a place to watch the championships, the Super Bowl. And now I guess I just don't care anymore. I don't have anybody I want to watch with. I don't like going to bars anymore to watch games. That's what I used to do. Of course, most of you know that for the Super Bowl, I would either go to somebody's house or bar, mostly bars. And then I found myself not enjoying it because at the halftime, I'd be down so much money that I went home crying. Like the owner of the place had to drive me home 3 different times during halftime. And that includes the one time I bet on the Patriots when they played the Falcons. And I'm like, well, forget this. And then when I went home, somebody called me like, no, you got to turn it on. I'm like, don't do that to me. And then now they've made a movie about it called Brady, 80 for Brady, I think, with all Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, Sally Field, and Dame Rita Moreno. You hear about this movie?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's coming out like, I don't know, next week. It's 4 old hags that go to the 4 living legends. It's based on a true story about 4 women who were in their 80s and they love Tom Brady and they decide to go to the Super Bowl in Atlanta. And Tom Brady's the producer and he's in the movie. And of course, he was filming the movie, like he had trouble filming because he filmed it when he had retired. And then he came out of retirement and there was trouble, but he's still the producer. So, that sounds like fun because they obviously are going to be ridiculously disappointed at some point. And then, of course, it's one of the greatest comebacks in the history of football, if not the greatest, because it was the Super Bowl. So that sounds like a fun movie, which I'm sure, unless you're a Falcons fan, you would want to watch. And even though I don't care for the Patriots, I won money that day, and that's really the only thing that matters. So, is it ready, or should we move on?
Let's move on. I'm sorry. It's not the website I was using isn't working right now.
Well, let's just make our picks. It's easy.
Yeah, there's the two teams.
I'm going to choose the Bengals, Marcy. I think they are plus 1.5 points. I'm all in. I know Patrick Mahomes is very good, but he's injured, and I don't care. The Bengals are playing great. Kansas City has been suspect all year. I'm taking the Bengals. I should probably write this down, but you'll have to remind me.
No problem. I'm also going to go with the Bengals.
Oh, well, I know for a fact Nick has talked to me today. He is, of course, taking the Chiefs. You can't blame him. And we will be taking the Bengals for Marcy, I assume. I don't see any other people in the chat room saying anything, but we'll just pick for Marcy, right?
Yeah.
And if anybody's saying the Chiefs, you can put it up there, but we're making our official selection, the Bengals.
All the way.
Yeah. And then as far as the 49ers and Eagles are concerned, the Browns are gone. This guy's really out of it. He always writes in haikus. I can't figure out what he's saying. So, okay. What's the spread on that? Does it say, oh, hey, Dave Curry. That's right. That's right. We're both teachers now. Oh, I got discipline problems.
The spread on the Eagles game is 2.5.
2.5?
Yeah, for the Eagles.
The Eagles are favored.
Yeah.
Right. Because they're at home. Boy, this is a tough one. Do you want to go first, Mike?
I'm going to go with the 49ers just because everyone else is going to pick the Eagles.
Are they? I don't know. The 49ers have been playing great, but they do have a rookie quarterback, and the Eagles quarterback is great, but he's a little injured too, although it didn't seem to matter last week. So, you know what? I think I'm going to take the Eagles. Oh, my God. I thought the whole time I was going to take the 49ers, but I think I'm going to go the opposite way. It looks like everybody in the chat room's taking the Eagles too. We always pick the Eagles for Catalina's tattoo. That's right, even though she's not here. Yeah. Nick is also taking the Eagles. He told me this today. What about you, Mike? You're taking them too?
49ers.
Oh, you're taking the Niners. Okay, perfect. So there's. Oh, well, wait. Different. Maybe we should all. No, hold on a second. The guy's undefeated. I changed my pick. Oh my God, that's so obvious. The guy hasn't lost in the playoffs. It's hard to bet against him.
Yeah, but it might be due.
No, you're not due. I've seen this before. I'm telling you, he's going to go undefeated. Crap. Well, I'll stick with the Eagles for now, I guess, but now I'm really upset about it. So most of us are thinking Bengals, Eagles, Super Bowl. That ought to be kind of interesting. I don't think it's ever happened before, so that's kind of fun. All right. Why don't we get to the slides? We can do that, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's see what we've got prepared today. I know I can stare at you, but I look over here for the slides. So excuse me when I look over to see what's happening. That is the Prime Minister of New Zealand, the really pretty one who did a great job and for some reason resigned. I find her very attractive. I don't know why she's resigning. Nobody's talking about it. She says, I don't have enough in the tank left. That's her exact words to continue. But I don't know. Sounds fishy. But I love her. That's my Nicolas Cage. Let's go on. Yeah, so that's Biden at I think they call it the Ebenezer Baptist Church, where Martin Luther King was a co-pastor, I think like the day he got shot or something. And then so Biden is the first standing president to ever speak there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was kind of an honor. That's pretty cool. And that's the Golden State Warriors at the White House, which they're all doing now that Trump is gone. All these players can now go back to the White House and enjoy themselves. And that's what you get when you win the Super Bowl or the NBA championship or whatever. And that super handsome Steph Curry right there on the fourth, in the second row over there. Yep, that's him. I mean,
I thought it was Bill Maher for a second.
and I look at Kamala Harris. She is very excited.
Mm-hmm.
I think, is she from California?
I have no idea. I should know that.
Why would you know?
I mean, she's the vice president.
Oh, right. Well, we should know. Well, if she is, maybe that's why she's so excited. That would make a heck of a lot of sense. Unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be a Delaware team that Biden can root for, but I guess this is as close as we get. Everybody likes the Warriors.
Former AG of California.
What?
Aaron answered for me.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, that makes a whole heck of a lot of sense that she'd be that happy. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. All right. Yeah, because if she was a senator, that means she was in Sacramento, which I think is near. No, they play in San Francisco. I don't know how close anything is up when you're up north. So, but anyway, that that expression makes sense now. Let's go to the next one.
All right.
Looks like you're having trouble today. Are you all right? Oh, just with the computer and stuff.
Oh no. I had to install something new today.
You had a what?
Had to install something new today.
Oh, I see. That's Greta Thunberg still taking it to the man and getting arrested for trouble, something about coal mining thing. I mean, you got to respect this kid. She didn't stop after she became famous and everything. She's the real deal. And she looks like she's going to grow up a little hot. I like that. All right, let's move on. Let's definitely move on.
Sorry, I was laughing at that.
What is that? The trees from the Wizard of Oz? I can't see from here, right? Oh no, I see. It's charcoal harvesting, and wherever they are, they like. I mean, boy, you know things are bad when you're harvesting charcoal to sell somewhere at a market.
Yeah.
That is some. I was complaining about my walk today here. You know, I mean, I was complaining that I didn't get my ginger ale and bitters fast enough at the bar before I came here. I'm a dick. I hate myself when I see this. Let's move on. Oh, so that's Gina Lollobrigida, who I have no idea who it is. I've heard her name before because you don't forget a name like that. She's a legendary Italian actress. You always say that, Angela. She's an Italian actress, a legendary Italian actress, apparently, I guess from the 50s and 60s. And so she died. And the reason why I like her, I mean, look, she must have been a real beauty. I mean, I don't know whether that picture was in her house, a little full of herself, or whether it was for the funeral. But if you look at the next picture, the reason why I like her, what I thought of her so much, that is from the movie That Thing You Do, which is one of those movies I know every line about, which I could teach a class about. And in the movie, they have Tom Hanks's old buddy from Bosom Buddies, Peter Scolari, hosting this show where the Wonders are about to appear. He's supposed to be like the Ed Sullivan or whatever, and he has this show. And he's interviewing the astronaut. I can't remember the astronaut's name, but the astronaut is played by, as you can see, Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
Before he was Bryan Cranston. It's a very small part. And he's playing an astronaut, and he's reading off the cue cards, and he goes, I guess it would be working. It's like you working with Gina Lollobrigida. It's way out in space. I don't know why. I just remember because that Bryan Cranston is such a good actor. He was pretending not to know how to act.
Yeah.
And that's what made it goddamn interesting as hell. And that's why I remembered it. It's like your movie with Gina Lollobrigida. It's out of this world. Something like me going to space, like the way you work. It was so cool. And so then you realize when you're in a small part like that and you can do something like that, you really are the man. But now if you move on, I think it's, I thought, damn it. I thought I had I guess I didn't get it. I had the picture of what you look like now and it was not good. It was, it was too cruel, I guess. But she was 90. So this is in Germany, Frankfurt, Germany, where they got all flooded and you can see he lost the road. And I say, good riddance. And if you look at the next picture, it's the same thing. Like you can see that train is just like stuck. And then you say to yourself, well, why couldn't that happen during World War II? That would have been, good time for flooding. Where's your God now, Moses? Say? And if you go to the next pictures, that's all they did in Hogan's Heroes. It's dark, but Hogan's about to blow up a bridge. So it would have helped if you go to the next one. You can see that's the bridge blowing up in Hogan's Heroes. I just took it right off the TV. That's all they would do. But it would have helped, if God could have really helped out a little bit by flooding that then and stopping the transportation system of the Germans. I'm just saying, is it necessary now? You're like 50, 60 years too late. Thanks a lot, God. I cursed like this at him when I was dying, when I fell on the glass table. I was ready. I was like Lieutenant Dang from Forrest Gump. Yeah. It's just you and me. Except I never made my peace. Let's go on. Thanks for knowing all the references, Mike. You're the best. Yeah, I thought these were migrants in trouble, but it turns out they're just people who live in Brentwood, California. And they're in trouble. Yeah, I thought for sure. I'm like, oh no. And I thought for sure it was more. I'll tell you the glass table story. Actually, I'll tell you next time. Well, maybe I'll tell you this time. We'll see. Remind me at the end. Well, I'm coming up on my anniversary. Actually, it's the 20th anniversary of my death. I did die and come back. So in October, I will regale you with the story. That will be my anniversary. So yeah, I thought it's like if this was a migrant, it'd be like, oh man, what a week I'm having. My favorite thing to say. That's all they need. We just came to America and we also just got our new house flooded. But continue on, please. Right, and that's the good kind of flooding. Those are the brown pelicans. What'd I say, Mike? The pelicans. So you know what the next photo is, as it always is. Fly, little pelicans, fly, pelican, fly. Where's the next picture?
Oh, sorry. Right.
God damn it.
I was pulling this up because I was reading this comment and forgot you had so many stories where you've been attacked.
Right. Well, that was a classic too with the HR person joking me. Yes, that's a completely different story. She just broke a blood vessel in my eye. She subsequently got fired because you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And then the question is, who do you contact if the HR is the person that, is attacking you?
Who watches The Watchmen?
Right. Fly, little pelican. Fly, pelican. Come on, you can make it. Go on, yeah. Oh, so did anybody know they chose Miss Universe? Nobody knows about these things anymore. You don't even hear about it, but they did. Guess who won?
No idea. Let me check it. Miss.
So don't look it up.
No, I'm just saying Korea. Oh no, she didn't win. She's in the back, so I'm wrong.
Miss USA.
Oh wow.
Is now Miss Universe. I believe she's Filipino from Texas. If you go to the next picture, we'll take a look at why she might have won. Oh, well, yes, that'll work. Yeah, that's Miss USA became Miss Universe like last week. Yeah, right. Yeah, USA. USA. She's pretty.
We're still number one in one industry. Misogyny. We're still not even number one in that.
And if you go to the next picture, you can see doing her job with Miss Ukraine.
Oh,
Miss Ukraine doesn't look real. I like Miss USA. But now she's Miss Universe. She's the prettiest girl in the world. I wore that to work today. I wish that was the case. And you had photographic evidence of that. Let's go on.
Yeah.
I just love that they oh, right. Yeah, well, it's Fashion Week in Paris, and you know how we love this. And that is an art show from I guess a Japanese artist, Yakoya Kusama, who designed this art at the Louis Vuitton building or store, factory, whatever it is, and designed this scary kind of fun thing. If you go to the next one, I think it's a little closer up. Yeah, it's really creepy, but that was done for Fashion Week, because in Fashion Week in Paris, that's the one. Why these other people have it, I don't know. So basically, yeah, Catalina, way to go. Thanks a lot. I mean, really, everybody's really sick and tired of your shit, I'm doing my James Spader.
Oh, I got you.
really everybody's just sick and tired of your shit. Just say, listen, hey, if you want to get your low grade piece of ass, go ahead. You're not going to have a friend when you're through, buddy. All right. Yeah, it does look a little like Willy Wonka. Catalina. She's the worst. Her and her napping,
What?
Well, didn't we have a question for Catalina before and she wasn't here?
We
That's right. We picked the Eagles for it. She wasn't even here. You're lucky you've got friends in the chat room, Catalina. You are very lucky, young lady. I would rather, yeah, right?
Oh.
Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you. She needs to be punished.
No.
This is the way I treat my students. This guy, you're not going to believe this. After the class was over, I was packing up like they do in the movies, and the student came in, Professor Juskow, am I going to be marked tardy because I was late today? And I'm like, well, I think it's the first day. I think we can let it go. Like, I don't know what to say. And then I said, I'm serious, people. This is my job. That's from Animal House. Let's go on to the next one and see what we've got going. Fashion Week. Now, this is menswear.
Oh, I thought it was a new grimace.
No, this is the problem that's menswear. Now, I don't know. Now, menswear, this isn't. I mean, I don't know who's wearing. I don't know what the Fashion Week is for. I don't know what it's for because I don't know what men wear this except gay men for real, right?
I don't even know if gay men will wear this.
Well, but look, there's some that are okay. Go to the next one. I mean, I've seen guys certainly wear that. I just don't know how hoodies are Fashion Week. I feel about hoodies. I think everybody that wears one is a troublemaker. I think he can pull that off.
I think she means this one.
Oh, I wouldn't mind seeing that either. I think I'd like to see that. Go to the next one, please. Yeah, I mean, I could see myself wearing that as a gag, and these aren't as bad as some of those crazy women ones, but this is called Blue Marble, I think. Waterproof shoes. Well, that would be nice. Let's go to the next one. I think it's one of the same. Or is it?
There it goes. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that's not horrible. At least, we always show weird fashion things because we don't understand what. Yeah, shut up, Catalina.
No.
I am on my period. My stomach hurts, and my head hurts. But see, that's kind of not a horrible outfit.
That's not bad, no.
Yeah, I could see myself wearing that, especially I like those shoes. Rejected Marvel hero. I like that. What's the next one? Is the next one more fat? Yeah, see? Now that makes sense of Fashion Week for the menswear section. I think the menswear section is like all week. I don't know how long Fashion Week. I don't know. It's like it's like one day, I guess. And then the next day is the women. So probably next week, I guess we'd get the women because the women, of course, is all that anybody wants anyway. So I think that's it for the menswear. Let's move on. What's the next photo? Oh, no, there was one left. Right. Rick Owens in his Kylo Ren collection. If you look at the next one.
I thought he was going for backwards none.
Oh, that's good too. The next picture shows exactly what he's wearing. So, I mean, it's like, what the fuck? How is that a design? I could have designed that. Oh, why don't we just I'd be watching TV and be like, wait, I got something for you. I mean, that's not even fair. What does that mean? Did it just get hot in here?
Adam Driver.
Oh, you think he's good looking? It's I like him, but this Star Wars thing that's such the worst. Again, I was talking to the kids in class. I'm like, what's your favorite movie? Like Empire Strikes Back. And I'm like, all right. What do you think of the other ones? They're like crap. All right. This class is going to work out. Let's move on. Oh, that is the Ark of the Covenant. Where's that? In India, I think, or something, or I don't. And what I can't figure out is there is an actual Ark of the Covenant.
I don't know.
I thought it was strictly from. If you go to the next one, this drawing is not real, but it certainly, God, there's that designer, the guy who's done Star Wars and everything.
Macquarie.
What?
Was this Macquarie?
Yeah. How did you know?
Because he said Star Wars designer.
Yeah. So he drew this amazing thing, which isn't a storyboard. This is the one that they were saying was part of like the Bible book. for the ark. Remember that picture is like so famous, and it's part of the movie, but it's like not right, Mike. It's like
Right.
it's not a storyboard. It is just a shot they have in the movie to show what it does, the power it has. I love that. Yeah, Macquarie, right? Because I was reading about James Bond, and he did a bunch of those too. I think maybe no, maybe it was just Star Wars. Oh, that's right. It was a Star Wars magazine I had.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if you go to the next one, the Ark of the Covenant is there. There's Tote. Like, yes, what shall we talk about? But look at this action figure, Mike. Look what it does. And I don't know if you can get it, but go to the.
Let me guess. His face is gonna melt.
That's right. I'd get an action figure like that. That's kind of fun. I wonder if it works when you open the ark. Is it like just radioactive or like radio controlled or something?
No, you just switch out the head.
Oh. Oh, that's not fun. But that's great. You gotta like a good action figure like that. That's exciting.
Yeah.
What do we have next? Oh, right. Yes, it's what they call it Lunar New Year now. If I called it Chinese New Year, do I get in trouble now because I didn't know any better because they just changed it this year? Everyone's saying that guy that shot people in California, they say he was for the Lunar New Year. And I'm like, I don't know I'm not familiar with the Lunar New Year. I thought it was so then I realized it's Chinese New Year is now called the Lunar New Year because I guess it's the year of the rabbit. You ruined my gag. I was gonna ask Mike if he knew what the
Oh, I knew.
no, you knew?
Yeah.
Because I think that's what the next one is. I was going to ask, does anybody know what the year? Not just that, you didn't the gag. That was my next question. If you go to the next one, are we having trouble?
No, it's right there.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, it takes a second for it to show on the screen. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it's the year of the rabbit. I think is the next one the year of the rabbit too?
Yeah. Do you know what this is? Where they do the rabbit on the moon?
No, what do you mean?
So,
This is in Thailand.
right, and they like how we supposed to like a man on the moon is like when you look at it a certain way, it looks like a man's face.
Yeah.
They say it's a rabbit making mochi.
Wait, what? Isn't mochi a coffee or something or a tea?
No, it's. You ever seen those videos where it's like two Asian guys hammering real fast into a thing?
No.
Oh, I'll bring it up for another thing, but yeah, it's mochi's like that rice.
But you're saying that the rabbit is part of the moon, so like they wouldn't have this picture for any other animal next year.
I'm not saying that, but that I think is why this picture is here for this.
Okay, that makes sense then. Next year is the year of the dragon, which is the year I was born.
Yeah. Oh yeah, mocha is what you were thinking, Dave.
Yes, I was. Yeah, that's a Starbucks drink. That's terrific. Yeah, I like rabbits and oh. Yeah, that's I don't know where that is, but that's for the year of the rabbit. So they're having a bunch of little baby rabbits.
Yep, they were delicious.
So exactly. Well, I guess they're gonna ring in the new year and then see well, I mean, what are you gonna do for next year? The baby dragon?
That'd be fun.
Oh, is that cute? Yeah, go on. And that's the opposite of cute. That's a bull taming festival, but it's funny because it looks like the bull is taming them. It looks like it has them like, no, you stay in there. I don't know why I like that picture because of that reason, because that bull looks like he's in charge. And that, for some reason, as a priest blessing, it's not sheep. It is sheep. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happening? Why are we doing this? This guy's got nothing better to do. I mean, come on. I don't know what's happening here, but go on. Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, well, that's in Chile. That's why we needed Catalina here. That's why I was like, if she wasn't going to show up, they keep having these weird things in Chile. She won't tell us what's happening. We've had 3 weirdo things happening, festivals there in Santiago, and Catalina's just kept silent. She hasn't telling us anything that's going on over there, and I don't know what's happening. Why is that spider walking the streets? What does it represent?
That's for the annual Sheila.
We actually have somebody from Chile here with us, and she's keeping silent. And that is what I cannot do. You make me look ridiculous. And a man in my position can't be made to look ridiculous. Now you get out of here. And you tell the Godfather, I ain't no band leader. Yeah, I hide that story. You come on. I think there's the next one's from Chile too, I think.
Whoa.
Yeah. What's going on over there? What are you guys celebrating? Just tell us. See, she's not answering. She's up to something. I'm not going to lie. It's a theater. Well, she's right about that. Well, but who has a month-long theater festival? And look at the next picture. Look how high these guys you go to the next picture. Look how high up they are.
Oh, nice.
What are they doing? Is this like right out of the Batman TV show? Is that actually sideways and they're crawling up the wall and Sammy Davis Jr. is going to come out? Oh my God, Batman! What are you doing here, babe? The whole thing is an exposition. All right. Well, how long does it go on for, Catalina? I mean, at least she knows about it. Felt like the last 2 weeks she was giving us nothing. Oh, that's right. It's called Insectus. But why? Why would you celebrate Insectus? That would scare the hell out of me, let alone all the children.
It's like Festivus with bugs.
Festivus for the rest of us. All right, let's move on. I think we're almost finished. Oh man, that is a motorcycle, like a Daytona 500 thing, but for motorcycles in the goddamn desert. I want to do that. Doesn't that look at the next picture? Doesn't that just look terrific? It's like, I mean, I don't know who else he's racing. I don't know how somebody can get that far ahead, but wouldn't that be just when you live in New York City? Wouldn't that just be a joy to just be riding a motorcycle out on the desert like that?
Oh.
All that open space. I just kind of dream of that one day, just being that free. I mean, I guess I wouldn't like it if it's really hot, but if you're on the motorcycle, who cares? And as long as somebody knows where you are, somebody took that photo. Yeah, on the Revel, right? I stopped taking the Revel because they moved out of my block, so I haven't taken it in a while. I love that Revel scooter. I love that Revel scooter. I love it. I love it. Didn't I tell you not to buy anything? Didn't I say, you don't know who's watching us. You're gonna get us all pinched. I love that fucking car. I love that fucking car. Yeah, get on my bike, get on my city bike, my electric bike, the next gen bike. Go to the next one, Mike. That's funny.
Oh, nice.
That is 42nd Street, taken from the other side of the river. And that's what I'm talking about. You see how squeezed in we are there? When you're on 42nd Street, that's what you consider a wide street. Oh, I love 42nd. It's so wide. There's so much space. But look how there's nothing. And then you have a desert full of space. I guess I'm just done with New York. That's from the outside. Yeah, go to the next one. Is that it? That's it.
Yep.
That's it, damn it.
Well, to bring back up.
That's the slides for this week, folks. I think we really gave everybody a run for their money today.
Here is.
Yeah, what's happening? Are you doing what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's two guys making mochi.
But that looks like
green tea mochi.
Oh, because it looks like. Well, that's what I was going to say. Is it tea? Only because my friend Memo, always has green tea mochi, or he orders it, and I'm like, "What's the matter with you?" This guy, he's always on the cutting edge, and I never heard of anything. So I always say, "Why do you got to make trouble at these places?" But then it turns out they always have it. He was the one who discovered Moscow mules. He would be ordering it, and I'm like, "Here, what do you want? I'll get it for you. I'll have a Moscow mule." And I'm like, "Can you just order something normal?" Which, of course, now it is. But Memo is always on the cutting edge. That's why we have to have him in here, which we have before, but we got to have him in the studio. Or, we can have, maybe he'll bring us Cookie Monster again next week.
Right.
Cookie Monster make the Super Bowl bets.
So that's mochi. That's ice cream inside it.
Ooh, that
mochi
looks good.
The outside.
That looks pretty good.
It's like a rice dough.
I've gotten that before. I've had that, and it's okay. It's a little weird.
It depends on the flavor. Usually the flavor is very subtle. That's like the green tea flavor. Also, matcha is the word for green tea.
Matcha.
So, matcha mochi. And then this was the picture I think you were looking for.
Matcha mochi.
This is a thing about the.
Thank you.
You're gonna get a Splash Mountain.
Oh,
making mochi on the moon.
it looks like that rabbit is killing that guy. But so
it's a rabbit killing a robot.
it's supposed to be a rabbit. That's what they see in the moon, a rabbit making mochi.
Yeah, a little hammer in the bucket.
That is a strange thing to see in the moon.
There's like a fable about it.
I see a rabbit making correct sports bets, and then I bet on them. But I should really just go with Mike's. There, where did you find that? That's exactly the one I was talking about.
Just Google.
Oh, yeah, that's Gina Lola Brigida. Not that hot anymore. No,
not bad.
I thought it was Joan Collins. They look very much alike. There,
they do. She looks a lot like her.
But yeah, I guess. Well, I don't know how old she was there, but I mean, she died at 90, so it must have been pretty close.
Yeah.
I didn't even know she was still alive. I mean, I don't know any of her work. I don't think I've seen anything she's ever been in. I think she was specifically an Italian actress, like Sophia Loren. We all know because at least being my age, all our fathers thought Sophia Loren was the greatest. But what was she in that any of us would know? You know, I mean, I don't think she ever broke through except for grumpier old men. I don't. I mean, I know she's in what is it, Divorce Italian Style or something, but you know, what else was she ever in an American movie? So how do we know about her? And that's, I guess, Gina Lola Brigida might have been, maybe she was 10 years before or something that we never heard of her. But it's kind of weird. If you have these beauties, why didn't they use them in American films?
I don't know. She was on Laughing a few times.
Who was?
Gina Lola Brigida.
Well, of course, that makes sense. They just liked having the pretty ones on. And Goldie Hawn, of course.
I think that the Italian movies came over and were playing during that time. But yeah, I guess I don't know why they're never.
You know what would have been good? I was just thinking, I wish Goldie Hawn was in 80 for Brady. I don't know whether she's 80 yet, but I'm just saying. Then you have her and Lily Tomlin together again. Meanwhile, it was really fun. They were going. The four of them been doing interviews, and Jane Fonda has an Oscar, and she might have two, but I think she has one. Sally Field has an Oscar. Well, she has two. Rita Moreno has an Oscar, and Lily Tomlin doesn't have one. It's really sad.
Yeah,
but it's not that sad. She's got like everything else. She just didn't make it. And I think Rita Moreno, they says, is an EGOT winner. I think she's got an Emmy, an Oscar, a Grammy, and a Tony.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I think Rita Moreno might be in her 90s. No, that can't be right. I think she's the oldest one out of all of them, but I'm not positive. And I didn't think Sally Field was 80 yet. I feel like they're messing around with the time. I know Jane Fonda is definitely in her 80s, but I didn't know Lily Tomlin was.
Yeah, how old was Sally Field in Smokey and the Bandit?
Right?
Almost 40 then.
Well, if she was playing an 18-year-old in like Gidget in the early 60s,
yeah,
and then of course the Flying Nun. So if you go 10 years old, let's just say she maybe probably in her early 30s and Smokey and the Bandit. So that was 40 years ago. That's what I'm saying. I don't think she's 80. Can you look that up?
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking up when.
Oh, and I wasn't yelling at you for no. Then I was just thinking, oh yeah, maybe if we only had a contraption.
She's 76.
Exactly. I knew she wasn't 80. So what about Lily Tomlin?
She is 83.
Oh, she isn't her. Oh, what about Rita Moreno? I want to say she might be 90.
91.
That's what I thought. So how are you having 80 for Brady? You got somebody who's 76, and you got somebody who's 91. How is that in their 80s? What's going on here? I take everything literally.
Well, they're acting.
Acting? You call that acting? I can act 80. I do that on a daily basis. I'm doing it right now. Let me tell you. Oh, she still does look good, Anonymous. You're right. 76. And that's when Smoking the Bandit came out. No? Oh, 77. Yeah, that's right. How could I forget? Because Star Wars was number one. Star Wars. And then the number 2 movie of 1977, Smoking the fucking Bandit. Oh, it scares the hell out of me all the time. Somebody coming up here?
Oh, yeah, it's for the next thing. But we have time.
Well, do you have to get the door?
Oh, yeah. Just give me 1 second.
Oh.
Yeah, because Gator came out the year before Smokey the Bandit.
Gator. Well, I guess the people need this studio, but we didn't really have that much to say anymore. So I guess we're going to wrap it up for today. It is 7 p.m. Well, it's all right, 7 o'clock. I got a show I got to do anyway. I'm doing a show at Gotham Comedy tonight with our good friend Alon Altman and Judy Gold. And I have no idea who else is on the show. So I have to go today. Mike's not doing anything today. So it's the rare occasion when I'm actually performing and Mike is feeling like a bucket of shit. That's the way I feel when you're always performing. I'm sorry. That's what I meant.
Real quick before you go, one quick question.
Yes.
What do you prefer, White Lightning, Gator, or Smokey and the Bandit?
First, I've never seen the other two, but there's not a question. Smoking the Bandit's like one of my favorite movies, and I watch it every time it's on.
I think I said it before, but if you watch Gator, not Gator, Gator kind of, but if you watch White Lightning and WW and the Dixie Dance Kings, they're like all movies he made trying to get to Smokey and the Bandit because he takes parts from all three of them, and they're all in Smokey and the Bandit.
Are they also done by Hal Needham?
I don't believe so. Gator he directed, but WW Dixie Dance Kings has Art Carney as the sheriff.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and in White Lightning, it's
Audrey Meadows.
no,
Because that would be
the
perfect.
guy in Deliverance who was,
Ned Beatty.
Ned Beatty is the sheriff, but he also his deputy is Junior next to him. So
wait, for real? The guy who plays Junior in Smoking the
not the actual actor, but the same type of dynamic. Only it's more serious.
Oh, that's crazy.
So you check those three movies out.
Yeah, I think I will. Now that you tell me the entire cast of the Honeymooners is in all three movies, and I guess I will. That's interesting as hell. Yeah, Hal Needham, if you know about Smoking the Bandit, Hal Needham made his career and then single-handedly destroyed Burt Reynolds' career. So
yeah, he made Stroker Race, and then he made Megaforce with Barry Bostwick as a lead.
Oh boy,
action star.
I didn't know about that one. I gotta watch that one.
That movie is Hal Needham all the way through, but Cannonball Run 2 Hal Needham, not Smoking the Bandit Hal Needham.
Okay, but Hal Needham also did Cannonball Run 1 too, right?
Right, but if you watch part 2, it's like way worse than part 1.
Yes, way worse. Yeah. Then everybody said he shouldn't get into another car ever again.
Yeah,
because he just kind of.
I don't mind Stroker Race so much. I think Hooper's way
worse. Right, Stroker Race and Hooper. Right. Hey, what a mess. Cop and a Half. What's that one with Rent-A-Cop or the Liza Minnelli and him one? And yeah. How do you rate the Smokey sequels? Well, quite frankly, Scruffy, Smoking the Bandit 2 is very good. Really good.
Part 3 is just garbage.
That sucks. I just finally saw that the other day, and it is unwatchable and really horrible.
Apparently, it was some other movie at first with Jackie Gleason.
Well, it was supposed to be, and I remember Jackie Gleason coming on the Tonight Show talking about it in 1983, and he said this one's supposed to be called Smokey is the Bandit.
Yeah.
And then they just changed it to Smokey and the Bandit 3.
Yeah. And they filmed a trailer with it, and it seemed like it'd be it probably was going to suck too.
Honestly. Yeah, because Burt Reynolds wasn't in it, and it was just chasing around Jerry Reed pretending to be the Bandit. It was all bad. Yeah. Let's not even discuss it. Mike, what else do you have going on, like not the rest of the week or this week or next week? I know you're having a big show with Giannis, I think, right?
No, this weekend Rich Voss? I will be with Rich Voss at the Plano House of Comedy. And
the Plato House of Comedy.
Oh, Plano, outside Dallas. It's basically Dallas.
Plano,
Plano.
Plano,
yeah.
House of Comedy in Dallas, Texas this weekend.
Yes, sir.
And
and follow me at Mike V. Suarez and listen to Retrospective Promenade. This last week, we did Rock and Rolla from Guy Ritchie.
Oh, Rock and Roller. Okay, gotcha. Okay, yes. And obviously, follow me at Dave Juskow and Juskow in the City. On Billy Joel this week, coming up, we have this song from his first album called Turnaround. It's pretty stupid because all we ever do is talk about that. Was it Bonnie Tyler song? Turn around every now and because that's what we'd prefer to hear. But if you like Billy Joel, A to Z, then you will like this episode anyway, because it's always a lot of laughs. So next week we'll both be, Mike and I will not be together. We will be virtual for the next 2 weeks. So please join us anyway, because it's always a lot of fun and laughs. And we will see you next week on the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. Good night, everybody. Have a very pleasant week.